on, guys? It's JFM here, back again with another episode of Youth Heroes. And in today's episode we will be looking at midfielders in the central area, both attacking, defensive and just central midfielders. Without further ado, guys, let's get into the first player, and that is Alfonso Sousa, playing for Porto under-21s. He's 16 years old, and the catch with him is he's available to pick up on a free transfer at the start of the game. You will have to be quick because obviously Porto will come and offer him a contract, so you need to do that before they do. It may say that he has no interest of joining, but definitely with the new feature of promises this year, if you promise him a big pay rise, which is only up to about, I paid him 9k and he signed, so you can get him for 9k, so just make sure that you promise him a big pay rise. And his stats definitely show that he's worth it. He's got 5-star possible potential if he is trained in the correct way. He's got good first touch, good passing, good technique. Determination's quite good. His flair's good. The physicals will build, as will the mentals, but with his dribbling at 12, good base technicals, I think you've really got one for the future here, and you can see that from both the scout report and his technical stats. Moving on to the next player, we have Abelak Nuri, playing for Ajax in the Dutch Premier Division, 19 years old. If we instantly look to the estimated cost, so you're looking at about 3.5 million in order to secure his signature. In terms of his base technicals, dribbling a 14, looking like he's going to be a bit of a set piece specialist with 13 free kicks and corners of 12. So you could definitely train him up to be able to take all of your set pieces. Passing of 14, technique of 15. Decent mentals and physicals. They will obviously improve over time, so don't be too worried about that. Mainly looking at the flair of 17 there, so hopefully he's going to be your man. If you need a chance created or a goal scored, he's going to be winning you games on his own in a couple of years to come. So that's Nuri, Ajax. Go out and sign him, see what he's like. Next on the list, we have Alexander Golovin, 20 years old and playing for CSKA Moscow in the Russian Premier League. Again, if we go straight to the right-hand corner, we're looking at about maybe 4 million to secure Golovin. And I'd just like to say, just trust me on this one, okay? Although the scout says he's not a worthwhile signing, he is, and you're just going to have to trust me because of personal experience playing with Golovin. In the next 5 years, he'll become not only a very decent technical player, but also if you're looking to buy youngsters and make profit on them, then this is your man. In about 5-10 years, he's going to be one of the most valuable centre mid / attacking centre mids in the world. So even if you're just out looking for a bit of profit and looking for a stopgap to fill your squad in between, then this guy is definitely the player for you. Next on the list, we have Valentino Lazaro, playing for Salzburg, 20-year-old Austrian. And once again, we're seeing he can play all through that final third with both attacking, both wings and striker if you're feeling a bit naughty. So getting into the technicals for Valentino, I mean, he's got good base technicals again. In terms of technique, passing, first touch, dribbling at 15, it looks very promising. You might want to work on his finishing, long shots. And obviously I wouldn't recommend playing him in the centre of midfield with the tackling of 5. I doubt he'll be doing too well. Moving on to the mentals and physicals. Again, like a lot of players in this list, you have to take these with a pinch of salt because these will grow. He's got a decent flair of 17. His physicals are actually quite impressive for his age. So just have faith in the mentals and they will come. Next player on this list is a bit of a Football Manager legend, Alen Halilovic. He is still playing for Barcelona, but he's on loan at Hamburg during the first season of FM17, and all I can say is wow. Look at some of those technical stats. The first touch of 17, the technique of 17, the dribbling of 18, decent slash average passing at 13. But oh my goodness, imagine what he's going to be like in 5 years' time. Obviously, you will have to wait till after the first season, sorry. But I have seen Halilovic go for around 5 million in the second or third season, because obviously the wealth of central mids in Barcelona squad means there isn't much room for him to be pushing for a first team spot. So you might be able to pick him up on the cheap. Again, if you're just looking to make a profit on a younger player, as well as having a stopgap for your squad in the meantime, then Halilovic could be your man. So I'd definitely recommend signing him. I mean, even the mentals and physicals, although not being the most outstanding, are obviously going to grow, and he can definitely do you a job in the meantime, even at the ripe age of 20 years old. Moving on to another kind of, I suppose, legend in Football Manager, Martin Odegaard. Still playing for Real Madrid, still can't get in the first team, still just, not having the great time that was promised to him under Zidane when he first came. And I mean, what a player again, with his technique, first touch, flair, free kicks, dribbling all over 12, 13, possibly hitting 15. You're looking at a really, really solid player here, and he's 17. And even some of these mentals are just really, really good for a 17-year-old. Some players don't achieve those kind of mentals in their whole career. So he is valued at 2.2 with a 4.5 star potential. Already been capped for Norway. I'm sure we're all aware of that. He can play any position in that final third, bar striker. And I'm sure, I mean, he might cost a lot in the first season, but I wouldn't think he'd cost any more than kind of 15, 16 mil. But obviously, you could look to sign him in the second and third season, just like Halilovic at Barcelona. I doubt he's going to be getting a lot of opportunities while Ronaldo and Bale are about. And I have seen him transfer listed in previous career modes. So definitely check him out and keep tabs on him. And if you can sign him, 100% pick him up. The final player for part one will be Ricardo Bazoa. Again, another talent from Ajax. He's 19-year-old Dutch defensive midfielder, is his most comfortable position, but can also play centre mid cam and centre back. So if you're looking for an all-round youngster, this would be your man. And he has very, very nice stats. As I've been mentioning with the rest of the players about their low mental and physicals, well, look at these mental and physicals. No need to hope that they're going to get better, because they're already there from the age of 19. So these will only get better, but also they're already pretty damn good. Also, looking at his technicals, I mean, he is just that kind of all-round player. Even his finishing at 10 for a guy who can play centre-back is pretty impressive. Decent tackling, decent technique, good passing, all-round, all of the attributes that you're going to want for a holding defensive mid. Positioning is 12 at the moment. Could work on that, because I do like a defensive midfielder to have good positioning, if not 15 or above. Decent determination though, good composure on the ball, bravery and anticipation, which are all good stats for a DM. So if you're looking for a young DM, maybe for United to replace Carrick, or Chelsea to replace Matic and Obi Mikel, or Arsenal to replace Santi Cazorla, he is your man. So that will bring us to the end of part one. If you would consider leaving a like, I would be very much appreciative. It does take a little bit of time to gather all of the players for videos like this. And if you want to subscribe, check out the Charlton and Watford career mode saves. And yeah, thanks guys. Peace.